now for a great price at shop.tcm.com and Barnes & Noble DVD locations.
Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. In just a few days, the Screen Actors Guild Awards are going to be handed out to honor outstanding performances given last year in the areas of film and television. It's the 20th anniversary of these awards, which will be simulcast on January 18th at 8 p.m. Eastern on TCM sister stations TNT and TBS. But it's actually the 50th year that SAG will bestow its most prestigious prize, the Life Achievement Award. And this year, Rita Moreno is being honored. And right now, we're going to want to tip our hat to some of the 49 recipients who were honored before Rita. Up next, we have a film starring a fellow who won the 10th award back in 1972, Frank Sinatra. It's Frank in the film version of the big Broadway hit, Guys and Dolls. This movie adaptation produced in 1955 by Samuel Goldwyn and directed by Joseph L. Mankiewicz. It's a film Frank was very happy to be involved in at the time, but there was one problem. He really wanted to be the leading man in the story, Sky Masterson, but instead was cast in the more comic second banana role of Nathan Detroit. Sky wound up being played by Marlon Brando, a further irritation of Frank, who had such great chops as a singer and a musician, whereas Brando did not. Brando had never done a musical before. What he had done, though, was win the Best Actor Academy Award for On the Waterfront the year before, and every producer in Hollywood wanted to work with him. Further, Sinatra at one point had been signed to star in On the Waterfront and had been bounced from it when producer Sam Spiegel found out he could get Brando instead. So there were many reasons, understandable ones too, why Sinatra would be irritated. But you'd never know from what shows up on the screen. A total pro, Sinatra throws himself into the project wholeheartedly, and he's really great in the movie. And of course, nobody later could blame him when that same year, 1955, he was cast in a very dramatic role that Brando very much wanted to do, as a drug addict and the man with the golden arm. Instead, Frank got the part that time and received an Oscar nomination for it. But here's Frank in his other big blockbuster that year, a movie from 1955, also with Gene Simmons and Vivian Blaine. Here's Guys and Dolls.